Nandana, welcome to the BLND Podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I am fantastic. You're a dancer
Yeah.
and much more, but tell me about how you got into doing creative stuff. Like, have you always been that?
Yeah. It's honestly like my whole life. I think I was just like, I don't know. It started when I was younger for sure. I felt like I did a lot of different things as a kid. I wasn't like a school kid. And my parents were very like, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? It starts with a P. I mean, I'll
Great
say
start.
open.
Your parents were open.
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents were very open.
Progressive! Right, hey, good shit, good
Yeah.
This is an ad for the insurance company.
Yeah. So my parents were very progressive growing up with creativity and art because they wanted to give that life for me and my brother, and my brother was the one to kind of like advocate for that. So then I'm the youngest sibling, so I kind
Okay.
of did get that. Not, it wasn't like crazy back then, but it was like, pretty easy for that. I started dance in Bharatanatyam when I was like 5, and I did that for like 8 years, and I stuck
Sheesh.
with it. So I feel like that training like kind of sticks with me in a weird way.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best experience, but I did have like a lot of good moments there, like, the community, the girls in the group and
Right.
everything. And other than that, I would love art class and everything like that. I remember in high school, like, I would go to the art room and I would just sit there for lunch because I didn't want to be in the cafeteria.
Mm.
So, I don't know. It's always been in my life, and I always kind of knew that because I was like, there's nothing else I can see that I can genuinely put time and effort into other than art. But I didn't know in which area of art.
Yeah.
So then I went to mass art, and it has kind of been like my whole life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a point when you realized dancing was more than just like a hobby? It was more like it became more a part of you as a person?
Yeah. I think I've always liked dancing. I think when I was in Bharatanatyam, it was kind of like a little skewed then because that type of dance style is very traditional, and there is like rules and ways for you to like dance that. So I feel like being in that kind of like art form like made me feel like I wasn't a great dancer
Yeah.
from my experience, and I think that's all I knew. And then I was like, I don't think I'm a dancer. But then I would think about it when I was not dancing. Once I quit that, I was like, wait, but I feel like I've always enjoyed like how dance made me feel as an individual in my body and everything. So then when I was in mass art, I kind of was like, I don't really know what to do, but I feel like I kind of want to dance because I feel like it's in my body and I just need to release it.
Yeah.
And I kind of like picked back at it, but this time I wanted to try out different types of dancing, like freestyling. I wanted to try hip hop, jazz funk, all these different styles just to be like, I want to have that like control.
Yeah.
And then I started to connect with myself a little bit more with dance, and I use it as a way of just kind of like grounding myself like mentally and spiritually. So it's not like I wouldn't say it's like my professional like art career, but it's something that I will always have and I will always want to have for the rest of my life,
Yeah. Seeing as it's not something you plan on taking professionally per se, are you comfortable where you are as a dancer? Or do you think there's still a lot more
There's
stuff you want to do?
still a lot, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because I am currently injured, and because of that, I did have to unfortunately take a step back from
Yeah.
dancing, and it has been like a hard like year for that. And I feel like I'm definitely learning that there is moments in your creative like journey that you need to like take a step back to focus on like surviving in this economy. Like,
Yeah.
and just trying out for me it's like trying out different things and like
Yeah.
the other aspects of my creative journey, like other than dance, of like, okay, since I can't do this, like this is what I can do right now. And maybe like the next year once I'm healed, I can like put more focus on dance and like train myself to be a little bit more like advanced when I need to do that.
Makes sense.
So that's kind of like where I'm at in this moment, but it is definitely an important thing. I feel like as a creative, like we have to be more nicer to ourselves when we have these pauses.
For sure.
You know?
When you're going through moments like this where you can't express yourself through dance, maybe because of injuries or you just don't have the time or something, what other creative outlets do you go to?
I think recently I started drawing again.
Okay.
I feel like when I was dancing, I didn't do that many like actual like hand formed media. I used to paint a lot when I was younger, and I would do like portraits and stuff like that just as a hobby. Now I try to draw as much as I can when I get free time, and I feel like I've been getting a form of opportunity of like graphic design and trying that out. I have like my own Wacom, and I'm starting to use like equipment for it a little bit. So I'm like kind of like learning and strengthening different skills.
Yeah.
To like, you know, pour that into like other fields of creative stuff and all of that fun jazz. And also, other than that, I've been working with a lot of people in the community, and I think I'm very much like, I like to see people's visions come to life, and being a part of it is like really fun. Having to do this journey with other people itself is like really, really enjoyable. But yeah, and that's like what I could think of at the top of my head.
Yeah, that's fair.
But,
I mean, also, I think it's really good for growth, working with other people. You see the struggles that other people are going through.
Yeah.
And you guys get to work through it together.
Yeah, it's you feel less alone, and I feel like there was a time where I felt like I just tend to be very critical of myself sometimes, and I think when you do these things alone and you feel like you're alone, you add more like critiques to yourself and like toughness. So I think having a community and your friends that are also like part of this journey in your creativity is just like very, very important, because hearing them say, oh, I don't know what I'm doing is kind of comforting to hear. You know what I mean? Yeah,
and also like talking to everybody on the podcast, I realized that it's the same thing. Everybody, all the creatives struggle to give themselves a pat on the back and just realize where they are. And like I just try to say, like, the fact that we've been able to find creative outlets for ourselves that take us away from all the bullshit in the world and all that is like an achievement in itself. Because there's people who grew up not having this stuff, and they're working a job right now, and they go to work, they come back, they repeat the thing every day. So, and they don't know how to escape that, but we have a way out. So it's a blessing, and the struggle is part of the journey.
It is part of the journey.
And it also, I think it helps build really good character for all of us, like, and being able to handle situations. And it's been nice, even like getting to know you and your friends and stuff. Like, they've worked with us so much. Like,
I know,
just meeting new people, it's just it's just
it
nice.
Really makes my heart happy.
It's heartwarming.
Yeah.
You do a lot of stuff for Dream Archives. Now, how'd you get involved with them?
I saw a post on Instagram, truly. I just saw a post on Instagram, and I was in a time in my life where nothing was happening, and it was driving me insane, because I was like, I can't dance. What do I do? I literally have no time. It's the winter time. I'm so depressed right now, like, and I'm just like at home all the time. I only worked 2 days a week, and I was just like, this is a little... like, I don't like this. Like, I don't like this. I'm also graduated from mass art. So I was not, like, comfortable.
There's not much to do.
I was not comfortable with the amount of space. So I saw that, I was like, fuck it. Like, let me just do it.
Right.
I didn't think I was going to get in, but because it looked like there was probably, like, a lot of applicants. But when I had my interview with Aya, I immediately felt so comfortable, and I was like, okay, like, I hope I'm a part of it. in the interview, she was like, yeah, like, you're in. I was like, okay.
Bussin'.
I was like, that's amazing. So I've had, like, experience with throwing events in my time in college a little bit, and I'm gonna be so real and honest, like, I'm very sensitive. I'm very sensitive, but it does take practice, and I was like, this is the practice I needed, and I don't care if I get paid or not. And that's a lot of the things that got me into opportunities where it's like, I don't care if I get paid or not. Like, I need the skills for me to, like, get stronger in that aspect, especially when it comes to creative events too. Like it's a lot. It's a lot, but I think that if you feel comfortable in your team and having a strong team, it's very important.
Yeah.
And the immediate like comfort I felt with Aya when I was like talking to her, I was like, this is making me a lot more comfortable to like be part of this. So I feel like every time we have an event, I'm learning a little bit more of like how things work and stuff like that, and how we can grow the collective together and everything. And it's been so beautiful to watch, honestly, because it's like, okay, like we're all figuring it out together, and like we have had our moments where we get stressed out and like worried if like we're not getting enough people coming in or sales or anything like that. But it is really like one thing at a time instead of looking at the big picture sometimes, because like, you know.
Yeah. And like working with a group, like people help ground you on like sometimes when you're feeling low, somebody else can like kind of pull you up, and then when they're feeling low, you get to do the same.
Exactly. Like it is like but it's a balance at the end of the day. And especially with the scene can be stressful. Like the creative scene can be stressful. Like we're doing these events for the community, for people, and we're putting our own energy into that. It's going to drain us sometimes. So it's like, it's really important. That's why I've always felt like it's so important to have a strong team where you can trust them and feel comfortable and be able to honestly hang out with them. It's like we're all friends too. So being able to do that is just like really refreshing. And I think it was nice to see that like outside of like mass art and school, because I was also worried about like, oh, I have no idea like how I'd work in a group sometimes, because I think I'm pretty shy sometimes when I get to know people, but like once I'm comfortable, like I can be like that leader that I need to be, you know what I mean? So
I mean, it's also in an odd way, it's been comforting for us seeing Dream Archives grow, because when we started BLND, they were one of the first collectives that we started seeing, and then like seeing them grow and like seeing us grow,
sisters.
and then, and then like talking to a lot of members of the team and like all that stuff, it's been comforting in an odd way. Also, shout out to everybody that throws events, because once we threw our first event, bro.
Oh my god,
I realized that
was so like cute though.
I realized how like. Well, shout out to you. You helped us a lot for the first event too. Like, but I realized how stressful it is. Cause I'm really not a very like confrontational person. I'm not controversial either, but I'm not very confrontational. But at the events, like you gotta realize like you are the leader, and like if some shit goes wrong or something, you gotta step up, and like sometimes you have to be stern with people.
Moments, like what do? You lean on the people that are helping you, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, no, I remember that event so much. Even though you guys were like kind of like worried, I felt like I was like, it's still at the end of the day looks great. And I feel like we can tend to be critical of ourselves, because as producers and managers, like you're seeing everything that could go possibly wrong. That's kind of like the best ingredients for a panic attack or like anxiety. Like, I don't know. But I think that every time you keep doing it, you're always going to learn something. There's always going to be an issue that you're going to have to face, regardless any event. Even if it's so small where it's like, oh, someone's like 5 minutes late and that's the only issue. That's still an issue, but you're facing it.
But it's like what you're saying, like every time you do, you get better. Like those issues become expectations in a way. Yeah. So it's like if I know our models, like, oh, 3 of the models ran late. Now I know for the next event, I plan around people arriving a little bit later. Yeah. It's like the stressfulness comes from unexpected issues. Exactly. But then like no matter what, I think every event, everything you throw, everything you host, there will be certain issues that come up. That just happens. But preparing for them just gives a lot more mental peace. And then now it's like, oh, if someone's late, it's like, I don't like it, but I was prepared for it. Yeah. And so, you know, working with Dream Archives, like hosting the events and stuff, what has been your experience with the Boston creative scene, just in general? Like, how do you feel about it?
I feel like, okay, weirdly, I feel like the creative scene, I see it, I'm in it, but I feel like there's more. Like, I feel like the scene I'm in is very DJ centered. And before Dream Archives, like when I was dancing, I was like going to events in the hip hop dance community and seeing
Right.
the battle scene and stuff,
Yeah.
and I would do a little bit of those. And now I'm in this DJ scene, and seeing the two differences is like, it is very different, because I think from my experience in the dance scene, it was more of like very community based, like giving back and like also teaching culture
Yeah.
and all these things, because it's hip hop. It's very like rooted in like history and American history and everything. So they protect it a lot. And in the DJ scene, it seems like it's very like, how do I say? It's like very like club. I feel like it's very club centered. I feel like it's very club centered right now, and I think that's why I really liked Dream Archives, like joining, because their whole thing is not just for the clubs and like trying to do events that are, you can intersect DJing with other types of like third spaces or going
Yeah.
out, and I think that's something I've always wanted to do as an event producer and manager, is not to just do the club scene. Like we can, like there's galleries, there's art, there's ways we can
Incorporate other stuff.
people being social with each other without
Yeah.
having to go to the club and things like that.
Sun's out, buns out.
Yeah.
Tell me about that event. What was it? How'd you guys feel about it?
The event, Suns Out, Buns Out, we had plans of promoting it really well. We did like this beach shoot
Yeah.
at Nahat Beach, I think. Oh my god, I wish I was here. She wouldn't know what to say. But it was really nice. I think we've had a lot of like slip ups with like organizing and like communication within like putting the event together.
Yeah.
There was like a lot of stress on that event, but I really did. I hope it seemed like the come out was very nice at the end of the day,
Yeah.
and people enjoyed their time. It was a collaboration with TLP, and they were super cool to work with. Like
Alright.
they're amazing. It was like, that's the thing. I think collaborating with them as well was like really nice to see, because
Yeah.
like it seems like they have the same values as like Dream Archives, and I think that was like the one thing that kind of like brought us together, and
Yeah.
like it was definitely like we learned a lot. We learned a lot with that event, but at the end of the day, people still came and had a good time, and there was like cute little like aspects in the event where we tried to like, there was like bubble guns, there was
Fire.
like inflatable like beach balls
Fire.
and palm trees. It was like, there's like small little accents that bring the joy in, and
Yeah.
I think that when I reflect on that, like personally myself, I feel like I think I could have been a little bit better with like helping out a little bit and like making things a little bit easier. And I think that things can go 100 miles per hour when you plan an event and stuff. So it's just like, you know, you learn from it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
I mean,
feel
there's
like-
always shit that
Yeah.
that happens, and like,
Yeah.
in the moment, again, it's about trusting your team. That everyone's like,
Exactly, yeah.
in the moment, doing the best they can. Because at the end of the day, everyone has like their personal lives, shit they're dealing
Exactly,
with, and stuff, and
yeah.
like shit just always takes over.
It does.
So, not for nothing,
Yeah.
from the public eye and as consumers, like everything Dream Archives does, like it looks super successful. I know you guys have your own benchmarks and all that, but
Mm-hmm.
from the public eye, everything, the marketing, the photos, everything looks super fire.
At the end of the day, like when you look at it as a person that's just going to the club, it looks
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
They're not gonna know what's going behind the
exactly.
scenes.
And that's a good
you
event.
know?
If the people there can't tell what's going wrong, at the end
Then
of the
it's
day,
great. At
it's
the end of the
great.
day, it's great. And I think that sometimes that we can be critical of ourselves, because
Yeah.
sometimes we think that like in subconsciously. And I feel like after that event, it made me lock in a lot more to being like, okay, like this is my role and this is what I
Yeah.
should be doing. And I feel like the process, like being an event manager in Dream Archives, I'm like still learning of like how to be that leader and like
Yeah.
being like, okay, like this is how things go, like, you know what I mean? So
And I mean, a big part is also, we've met a lot of creatives that have a lot more ego and struggle to truly take accountability.
yeah, there's
And so, like, you know, again, you admitting that there's stuff you could have worked on, you'll do that, you know, you learn from the experience, yada yada. Like that's again a great sign of a creative, just in general. Like from my experience of talking to people, like as long as you're able to take accountability, there's nothing you can't really bounce back from. Because then for the next event, you know, this is the stuff you want to work on, and then you're gonna show other people that you worked on it. We're gonna do a small segment. It's called the Creator Hot Seat.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a few questions, rapid fire answers. You ready? Lock in.
Okay, I'll lock in.
What song automatically gets you onto the dance floor?
Fuck.
All right, we're cooked. We're cooked. First question, we're cooked.
Okay. Shit. Wait, what's the question again?
What song automatically gets you onto the dance floor?
Right now, I'm gonna say Black and Yellow by Wiz Khalifa.
Ooh, throwback.
Yeah.
Biggest red flag you see at Boston events?
Ego. I'll say ego.
What's your Boston nightlife hot take?
Fuck. Hot take, overpriced ticketing. And I feel like, obviously I get it. I get the hustle and things, but I think Dream Archives, we learn, like, we tend to keep our tickets low because we understand that it's hard out here to go out and have fun. And, you know, I feel like I just think that if I want to do events, like, I want it to be accessible for anyone, so, you know. Right.
If you could bring any artist or DJ to a Dream Archives event, who are you booking? An
artist or DJ? Yeah. So it can be like a musician?
And yeah, anybody in the world.
In the world.
That you could have.
Wait, there's so many, but the first person that comes to mind is Georgia Smith, because I love her, and she gives dreamy.
Georgia Smith, if you're watching for some reason, pull up, I guess. And name one person that you've seen collab with BLND that you would want to face in a friendly dance battle.
Emphasis on friendly.
I'm not trying to start no beef. Friendly dance battle.
The people I'll call out, they're not gonna make it friendly. I fear. But I want to say everybody, but I'm gonna say Isaac, because he's been wanting that from me for so long, and I feel bad because I genuinely am trying to heal.
You can't. She's not ducking. She just can't.
I'm ready once I'm back.
All right. Hey, Isaac, bro, I seen him dance.
I call him up. I genuinely call him up to come to events just to bring in the vibes. Like, seriously.
Yeah,
I'm like, he needs to come. So if an event's going to be fire, Isaac's there.
Bro, I brought my friend to the DJ event, Mithran's event.
Oh, yeah, shut down.
And he walked in and Isaac's just dancing in the middle because Isaac's taller. So he pops out and he was like, oh, shit. He's hitting that shit. I was like, bro.
He is such a noticeable dude.
Yeah.
And also, I'll shout out Patrick, too.
I'll
shout out Patrick, too, you know.
All right. See, that wasn't that hard.
Okay.
Easy. Light work. You've also worked a lot with BLND, and you've been one of the people who saw it first grow from when it started. Especially at our first event, you were a big help. But what has it been like seeing it evolve into what it is now?
Oh, I'm so proud of you guys, genuinely. It's so cute. I remember seeing it from the ground up, and I was like, this is fire, and this is cool. And honestly, like, seeing Apoorva, too, also be in the creative scene, knowing her for so long, like, I feel like it was really cool. Like, I wouldn't have not expected, like, us to, like, still be in contact, like, after
the little
high
beef
school.
y'all had in high school.
Our 14-year-old beef of photography club, yeah. Yeah, no, I think you guys are, like, very good at, like, maintaining, like, reach and, like, your dedication. It was, like, you guys are serious about this, and it's very inspiring to see. It's inspiring to me. It's, like, I think really cool just, like, seeing it from the ground up, and, like, I always want to, like, help you guys out whenever I have the time. Thank you. So, you know, it was really cool.
What has been your favorite moment or event that BLND has done?
I loved your fashion show so much. I think that was, I think I remember you guys having like stressors in those moments, but I honestly think that as someone being the model there and just like being a part of it, it was really nice, and you meet a lot of cool creatives, and like you're giving them business and platforms at the end of the day, and I think that was, I honestly felt so good. I came home feeling like happy, like jolly. I was like, wow, that was such a good event. Like I felt like SpongeBob. So I think that was one of my favorite events as well. I still also really liked the first one because for a first event, that was pretty good. Pretty good turnout.
Yeah, it was actually
opinion.
It was a surprisingly
in my
good turnout.
opinion, yeah. But yeah.
I can't lie. The fashion show, I think that segment of where we did the actual fashion show, I think was a really good moment to just witness. And like that part, like forgetting turnout, forgetting like sales and everything, like that part I think went really well.
And there was people like in it too, like they're giving the same energy, like as the models and people putting the work, like they're like clapping, you know.
And like I think what was bigger for me was seeing like the models and the vendors, like a lot of them are people that we know, that we're able to give them a place to show off either their clothes or their modeling abilities and things like that.
Yeah, it was really cool to see, like, honestly. I think that's why it was one of my favorites, because like the people, there was a good amount of people buying things there. Like I bought a shirt of the designer of the clothes I modeled for because I was just like, this is amazing. It was also my style.
Yeah, she styled you really well.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
Like Keisha's so cool.
Yeah, she did fire. What do you think spaces like BLND and Dream Archives, what do you think they're adding to the Boston creative scene that's missing?
I think thinking outside of the box for like third spaces and hanging, like, so being social with one another, and also like I think both collectives are showing that there are different ways to throw an event and different ways to cater to the creative community. It's going to take a lot of work to bridge communities together because there's so many different like scenes. Like there's the DJ scene, there's the dance scene, there's the rap scene. Like there's so many different scenes, and I feel like in Boston those scenes are like in bubbles, and it is hard to intersect them because they are in bubbles. And I feel like Dream Archives, BLND, and the people that work on these projects together, there's at least like one person or two people or however many people that have a connection to those scenes. Like there's always somebody that's connected to that scene in some form of way, and we're doing the work to making them come together.
No, that's true.
So
one thing about the Boston scene, there's always familiarity. Somebody knows somebody that you know, or somebody knows somebody that knows somebody. Yeah, the
city is so small.
Like every event you see, like at every event we've been to, we've seen at least like 5 to 10 people that we've seen at other events.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like, because I grew up in the suburbs of Shrewsbury, and like I feel like it's like that, but it's like bigger now, but it's city-wise, and it feels like, oh my god, I remember. And I see people from high school that's in the scene too, and I'm like, oh my god, you went to my high school.
It's the most random
You know what I mean? It's just like, it is pretty small, but it's also kind of nice, like weirdly.
It's comforting.
It's comforting, and I feel like when you think about New York and LA, like their scene is like a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And I feel like, for me, I feel like it's good to start the foundation here of like this creative scene and like learning about how you work with people and growing yourself as a creative to being able to handle like the bigger ones out there in the world. Like, you know,
those are also very I'm gonna say scary. They're scary.
They are scary, and that's okay to say and admit, but doesn't mean I'm scared of it. Right?
Exactly.
Like, it's just like, it is like training yourself of how to like navigate through that, you know?
That's true. Over the course of the next 12 months, let's say, what are you focused on? What are your goals? What do you have coming up that you are able to talk about?
So I think my goals, there's a creative scene too, or also just like finances?
Just in general, like whatever you're focusing on for yourself.
I think I'm focusing on the balance. I think I definitely really, really miss dance, obviously. I miss dancing so much, and that was like something that it's the thing that gives me confidence to be able to be a leader and to be able to like, you know, do this thing. So my focus is staying healthy so I could do that, and also like not overworking myself and being overly critical of myself, which is easier said than done because we just get into those moments. But I think that like I want to be able to come to a place where I am like, okay, like I've made the money that I need to make.
Yeah.
And now I'm like able to actually do like fund my creative career, like dance or throwing events, because I've been wanting to throw events because I've had thrown like my own personal events, like dance events. I did like a dance event with a graffiti art gallery with my friend Veronica in October, which is what got me into like this whole scene in the first place. And that itself was also a learning experience for me, and I think I want to be able to do that again, but I am not, because I need the funds to do that, and it's hard to do that in this economy. And
that's not even an economy anymore.
It's not an economy anymore.
Business life, bro.
It's like I'm working a retail job right now in Newbury Street. Like it is hard out here, but it's like a lot of like creative struggle right now, is like you said. So I feel like being able to balance that lifestyle of making money, but also like feeding into the creative pursuits as much as you can, but not overworking yourself. Learning how to balance that and being like, okay, like I need to take care of myself. I need to be able to do the creative things that I want to do and also make money.
Yeah.
And how can I intersect them in some way? So I think that's what I'm going to be focusing on the next 12 months, taking care of my mental, my body, to be able to do those things.
As you should.
You know?
As you should.
Yeah.
And a lot of creatives need to hear that, because they get so caught up into what's
people
next,
overwork themselves. I've seen it where people overwork themselves so bad that they lose themselves, and like it only puts them in a very harder spot. And I've done it to myself before. I have, like, this is why I got injured. Like I danced too much and I wasn't even feeding myself properly. Like I feel like the form of dance is like very important with your body and your mind, because the body is a muscle, and I think that like I wasn't treating my body as a muscle, so that's why I'm here and like being like, okay, like now I have to like actually like take care of myself and take a step back. All I can do is listen to music, do a little dance in my room maybe, but like that's okay. Yeah. And that's fine. Doesn't mean that I gave up on it, you know? From
a lot of the dance creators that I've talked to, it takes a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Because you're putting yourself out there on a stage or in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have like facial expressions, and you gotta have energy in your dances. How have you seen your confidence grow through dance, or is that something you're still working on?
It's still a work in progress. When I dance, I tend to look down a lot, apparently. Okay. And I it's something, because I don't consider myself like an advanced dancer. Like maybe intermediate, I think. Like I would say intermediate. But I think that like with dance, like when I first got into it, it did help it boosted my confidence a lot, because I was in a place where I was not confident at all, and that was the thing that got me out of that period. And I think being able to put yourself on stage like multiple times when you need to is like itself kind of like a reminder of like you got that.
Right.
And I think because I had this hiatus, like when I haven't done that in a minute, I kind of like, I'm not confident and all. Like you feel out of bounds when you're not doing it for a minute, but then you have to remind yourself it's not, like I had to remind myself it's not my fault, like for taking a step back, because it's still there in me, because I just don't have the opportunity to do that right now.
Yeah. And you'll always get back to it as soon as you're able to.
And like I know that there is people that do want to dance with me and things, like there's opportunities waiting for me, and I just have to keep thinking that. And like I don't know, I think confidence, like with dance, like I've had like moments where I'm like preparing for like a performance and I was not confident and things like that, and I was being very disorganized and messy, and I can be accountable for that, and I'm even learning like how to, you know, choreograph, like manage people and dancing, and I think this hiatus is teaching me that as well, like being able to like, you know, work on the craft and train and like be able to be like, okay, like how do I like level up, you know?
That's true.
So I hope I answered that right. I guess I did.
I'm sure. I don't know how to say it. What's your favorite part of dance? Like, do you like dance battles? Do you like choreography? Do you like group dances? Like, do you just like performing? What's your favorite part of all of it?
I like freestyle. I don't know if I'm good at it personally, but I just like the idea of freestyling. And then another thing is I think right now I'm into commercial choreography just because it's giving me more like training and like learning, like kind of remembering, like having muscle memory.
Yeah.
So like the jazz funk type of vibe, like, you know, like the baddie type dancing, you know what I mean? And I do enjoy hip hop. Like I wouldn't call myself a hip hop dancer. I do enjoy like taking the classes and learning about the history and everything. So those are like my top three or four, you know.
Is there anything you want to learn anytime soon? Not dance specific, just anything in general.
Anything in general? There's so many things. There's so many things. I just feel like I want to pick things up.
Yeah.
I low-key would love to learn how to DJ. I feel like I'm so close to that access right now. And it's just about the time, you know, like timing, like if I have time to like pick that up and learn.
Yeah.
And also like maybe singing, but like that's like for myself.
Really?
That's for myself.
That'd be fire.
I'm so shy.
That'd be fire.
But that's like DJ comes first, then singing, if anything, if I want to learn those two things. But yeah, that's something I would love to learn. I don't know if it'll happen, but maybe it will in some form of the future. I don't know.
Hey,
so
you never know. You actually never know. The right opportunity comes at the right time.
Yeah. You know.
And you are in the scene a lot, so.
I know. I feel like when you have access to the resources, you kind of have that want to try it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
So that's how I feel. Like when I'm around a lot of DJs, I'm like, I want to try. Because there was actually a potluck dinner that Dream Archives had at my apartment, and Aya brought her board, and me and Elise, the photographer on Dream Archives, we were like spinning together, and it felt so good. Like I was like, oh my god. And me and Elise, we talk about having a back-to-back set one day for a Dream Archives event.
That'd be fun.
Because we actually have a Spotify playlist like ready.
Hold on. Hold on.
We do. And I can't wait for that to happen. Even if it's like something intimate, I'm cool with that. I just want to try it, and I would love to do it with a friend too. So I think that's what makes me want to do it more. You know.
That's true. Yeah, one thing about DJs that I've noticed at events and stuff, as much as like they're in charge of making sure everybody else is having fun, every DJ I've seen, they lock in so much onto their set of when they're playing. Like Mithran, for example, like at the pop-up shop, like every couple hours or whatever, he would show me something that he's mixing, and he'd get so hyped, but then he'd go right back to locking in. And then Apurva would be like, doesn't he water or something? And I would ask, and he just wouldn't even hear me. He'd just be locked.
Yeah,
like,
tunnel vision.
And then he told me after the event, he's like, bro, for some reason, when you guys host the events, I just lock in so much. And it's like cool seeing people in their element. And
It's really cool. Yeah, like I love that lock-in mode. Like when you're like, okay, like I can't see anything but this right in front of me. That's so it's like nice. It's a very nice feeling, and like, you know, it's also nice to see other people do that, you know. But yeah.
To end it off, what would be one piece of advice you'd give to a creative that is struggling to balance a lot of stuff?
I need the advice.
Or anything that you think has been helping you ground yourself a little bit more.
Okay, for me, I am just trying to get the help that I need, like mentally and also like health-wise. I moved back to Shrewsbury for just a month just so I can eat food. And I think if someone's struggling in the scene, it is leaning on your support system and being able to ask for help, because I know that's hard to do because I've struggled with it, but asking for help, taking care of your body as much as you can, and also your mental, like, you know, all that. So, yeah, I think take it one step at a time. I'm saying advice people have told me, you know?
Yeah,
so
hey, I mean, that's the people want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. Like, one step at a time. There's a community for you if you're in the creative scene or are creative itself. Because regardless, even if you're, like, a painter alone, you're going to find inspiration within others on YouTube or your friends and anything like that. Like, they as much as are struggling as you are, and it's... keep that in mind. And I think to keep that in mind is like comforting and grounding. And being a creative, there's going to be a struggle regardless, unless if you're a nepo baby or like a finance bro or something. Like if you have like a trust fund, anything of that, like, you know.
Yeah, as cliche as it sounds, you're not alone. Just know all creatives go through, you know, the struggle and times of not eating or sleeping. That's just part of the process. All right. You just gotta
Yeah.
lock in, realize what you need, and
Yeah, don't
work towards
overwork
that.
yourself now.
Yeah.
So.
But thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, no
Thank you for sharing your
problem.
story. Thank you for some beautiful advice. I wish you luck on
Thank you.
your future. Hopefully your injuries heal up soon so we can see you back on the dance floor.
Hopefully.
Hopefully we see you sing, DJ a little
I
bit
don't know.
eventually.
We'll see.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Next week we will be here with another guest.
Hell yeah.